system, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average about 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, that's a terrific achievement. I see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They know what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run for the first time here with White. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 16, Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. And he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. Again, maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot better.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, they'll run with White. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 39 yards. And the Bucs have moved out in front.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should listen to you, partner.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And some space here. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson.
47 yards.
And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And a dump off to White. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, Jones.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. Finding room at midfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
On the counter, this is Akers.
It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love the blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and free up the D lineman to make the play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 15.
To the air again, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback that goes after something.
Let's go field goal. Not one that I rather than
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on it.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Stafford. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now Stafford. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing, Jones. Touchdown!
Chris Godwin,
26 yards.
and the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. The force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson, 49 yards. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got White here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are on time now. Early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 27, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety back. Give
defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They snap it to Stanford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Going right back to Akers. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give up the middle to Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up up off the turf far too often.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. 20, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Stafford. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
And Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. On the return is Williams. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now in the situation where the quarterback's going to take full charges, totally commanding the drive. Eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out.
Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points, that's a safety. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm starting to edge my seat for that one, because when you have that much scoring, and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Buccaneers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.